All right, before you watch this clip, I need you to do something very, very important. I need you to like, comment, share, and the most important, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Now go ahead, watch the clip. Tell me what you think. She used the story of her and Atlantic being at odds into her marketing campaign.
Yeah. But I was just sitting with the idea that an artist can say that with one album out in today's marketplace.
Yeah.
Because Cardi has done a good job of staying in pop culture. She has done a good job of staying on everybody's lips.
Yep.
She's done her features. Cardi's definitely an artist. I'm not robbing her of that.
Correct.
Has there ever been a time in the history of music where somebody could have one album out and claim they're at the top echelon of their field? That's interesting to me.
It's unfortunate that we have to judge music on strictly the commercial success of it, even though I think there's more layers to it. You selling a lot is not the only metric of looking at a piece of work.
You might want to sit down for this.
Yeah, we can.
Hold on, Mia culpa. I know you have a shoulder. I just want to.
No.
I apologize to you.
Okay. Oh, did you? Okay, let's see.
I apologize to you.
You read a comment?
Cardi's pregnant.
Oh. Oh yeah,
she is, and we will definitely. Yeah.
And you called that boy like 2 months ago.
You did.
Yeah, and because that's what I just know what my eyes say, and I mean, from what women have said, so I tend to, believe women. So I mean,
wow, I'm shocked. No, I for one am shocked by the revelation. Did you believe it?
Wait,
what's wrong with me?
Did I believe which part?
Like, are you okay with Cardi being pregnant? Are you okay with it?
I whatever women's body's their choice.
And not only that, but I was also told to stay out of women's business as well.
Where?
No. But it's a juxtaposition that I don't know if I can quantify, because like I'm covering and talking about women's hip hop, and you guys are telling me to stay out of women's business. I don't know.
Yeah, yo, I think people misunderstood his Meg comments, so people were getting real upset, bro.
Yeah. But misunderstanding does happen, and
especially in 2025.
People live to be misunderstood.
I just can't believe Stefan got her pregnant. Like, okay.
I mean, she as long as she's cool with it, because she was on what, Gail. She was on under Gail.
She broke this on some real.
She was okay.
High level
revelatory.
Interview.
Because her album dropping soon, yeah.
She September 20th in
supposed to be this week.
Couple of days. I will say this though, and this off the heels of our Cardinal B earlier conversations, it's almost like after that episode, she started turning up, doing a lot of promotion and a lot of things and what she did was
starting with a court case.
Yeah. Off the heels of that, what ended up happening was she used the story of her and Atlantic being at odds into her marketing campaign. Yeah. She started saying, they're telling me like I gotta, find a budget, I gotta go and promote. So she was doing a lot of things that were very specific to New York, like how they have, the albums and stuff selling on a mat in the middle, on the side of the street with the sage and all these things. Like, she leaned into a lot of those things. And to be honest with you, a lot of people that didn't know that she was really releasing an album, because, and maybe we'll talk about it a little bit, but hip hop in general, well, music in general is in a very interesting place. In an algorithmic hell, I think is the best way to describe it. But hip hop specifically is in this place where if you don't make enough noise in the promotion of it,
nobody's going for your stuff.
And not because they don't even, and not even because they don't like it, because they just don't know.
I felt that when Cardi was telling Gail, like, how are you and Stefan together? And Cardi says, we are both some of the best in the world at what we do. I don't disagree. Once you're making money, generational wealth money off what you're doing, you're at the top level. But obviously Cardi's talking about other professional musicians and saying, I'm at the top level of what I do.
Yes, yeah.
And I don't know, I was just sitting with the idea, and I'm not even saying she's wrong about that.
Right.
But I was just sitting with the idea that an artist can say that with one album out in today's marketplace.
Yeah.
Because Cardi has done a good job of staying in pop culture. She has done a good job of staying on everybody's lips.
Yep.
She's done her features. Cardi's definitely an artist. I'm not robbing her of that.
Correct.
But has there ever been a time in the history of music where somebody could have one album out and claim they're at the top echelon of their field? That's interesting to me.
Well, Oshan, what do you think about that? Because I feel like you're marinating. I feel like has that happened? Has that happened before? And the other part, while you marinate on that, is that she would say, "Well, I don't only have one album. I have 3. right? Because her 2 mixtapes.
Yeah, but
and one of them was heavily promoted.
True, because that's where Bodak Yellow's from, right?
Yes,
Bodak Yellow from a mixtape.
Yes.
I don't want to rob her of that opportunity. I don't think Drake running around saying Comeback Season is an album though.
But they
do it with So Far Gone.
They do.
But I would feel like Cardi's they do it with So Far Gone, but Cardi's mixtape with Bodak Yellow on it, I felt had that type of industry adjacent energy like So Far Gone. Granted, nothing to me in the history of music is like So Far Gone. That thing was an album. Nobody says. In terms of the money that went into making that a project.
Well,
but Drake don't say that about Comeback Season or Room for Improvement.
Right. Well, because so
they say that for Kendrick, Section 80.
Section 80.
And
Section 80 feels like an album though.
but but not even just Section 80, but Overly Dedicated and Kendrick Lamar LP, I think feel like that too.
But they don't.
Not as much as Section 80.
They don't talk about
to me.
like
No,
Section
but it's doing this. It's like
Well,
it
then-
starts with a certain level because
bodies of work.
see when you think about mixtape,
Because where's Chance? Chance, Acid Rap, right? Acid Rap mixtape.
but then he had 10 Days, which is what started off that acid rap.
And I call those albums.
Because you know what it is? You know what it is? When you talk about mixtape versus albums, the initial and original way to differentiate was just original production versus.
Yeah. That's where I came from.
So
if you're doing covers and remixes,
Then
I'm
it
doing
automa-
mixtape.
I promise you, mixtape and album is one of the worst conversations I hate in music today, in hip hop.
Because that's why So Far Gone to me was an album. There's so
it's
much.
the number one most annoying shit.
So what is it to you?
They're just fucking projects.
I love you.
But because projects is the answer
It's
to the
projects.
mixtape.
I don't want to hear mixtape or album. It's just
Yeah.
a project. My new project is it, or my new body of work. Mixtape is a body of work too. Like unless you're using other people's
beats,
production,
jacking for beats type shit. Yeah,
I'll give you the mixtape.
As much as I love Drake,
But
I don't
I
understand
can't.
what the whole playlist thing was either.
No, they're bodies of work. All of it. Yeah,
Projects,
playlist,
yeah.
playlist, mixtape, album,
Yeah.
album. No,
But I heard
bodies of
someone
work.
say, I mean, More Life's not an album. I'm like, it's
right.
not.
But to answer your question,
Yeah,
for
I
Cardi
hate
B,
that. I hate that.
yeah, no,
For Cardi B,
for
yeah,
Cardi
yeah.
B, she had Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 1 and Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 2. Then she had something called Underestimated the Album. But I bet
some of those beats. I bet some of those beats were not original beats.
Bro, some of them projects came out when she was on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, some of those beats were not original.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think.
okay. Well,
I must.
Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 2 had the Lick song with Offset.
Okay.
She had that song with Hood Celebrity, a song with
Hood
Casanova. You know what? Bodak Yellow, I think, was on her first album. It wasn't on any of these mixtapes.
Is that true?
Wait.
Yeah,
Wait. No, wait. But it came out way before that album. Like
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
like
well,
way.
Yes, because there was a time period where that song was
Was that
out.
like a single? And then they albumed it? Maybe is that what got her the deal? And they said, yo, let's
Yes.
put this on? Wow.
That is the way in which they look at it.
Again, let me be clear. Cardi has great music. I'm more so just talking about, you're a musician.
Yeah.
Bodies of work should carry. I'm all over the place on a tangent. I'll let you bring us back. But I was thinking about, I was watching the Tim Westwood interview with Ed Sheeran the other day.
Tim Westwood.
And they're walking
TV.
around. I think it was Tim Westwood. Was it Tim? Yeah, it was Tim Westwood.
Okay.
And they're walking around this beautiful farm. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, Ed Sheeran has a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But it also comes from me knowing Ed Sheeran has projects, bro.
Yeah.
Like he has
Put it
musicians
in the,
can do other things and they make other money, but the core thing is, you've given us music.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel like with Cardi's a superstar. She's an A-level artist, A-level everything.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is like, man, I just wish you gave us more music.
Well, she's about to, right?
Mhm.
I mean, like and the thing is, I know we joked about it that, right? She had the 8-year, gap, but it's not too late. It's just that Cardi B has came into the game in the music.
Never too late.
Wait, what song is that?
I forget.
JoJo.
JoJo.
That-
I
yeah,
love JoJo.
It is JoJo.
Yeah.
Shout out all the Joes.
Right. Joey Crack, Joe.
Joey Crack, Joey Badass,
And I want to know
Joe
what
Budden.
turns you on.
Joe Biden, Joey Bats.
Right.
That's Batista. In case you-
Right. Sorry, what was I saying? You guys made me
It's never too late, and we know.
yeah. It's like, yes, she had her 8-year or whatever, but it's like, Cardi B came in the game in a very interesting. What?
No, she didn't. She came in the game not as an artist.
She's a personality for sure.
Which we talked about as well. But not only that, but she came in the game in a time period where the landscape of music consumption was changing, because she came in the game in 2016. 2016 is like the beginning peak time of streaming, and when streaming finally took over that 2010s, yeah, exactly, where people were strictly consuming music for the purpose of not purchasing it and just saving it to their playlist. So and that actually ties into your other conversation about when Drake and that side started calling things playlists, because the concept of making an album and putting all your work into this body of work that people aren't even gonna necessarily receive that way almost feels redundant. It's almost like what is the actual point of doing it this way if people aren't gonna receive it that way? Now, of course, there's a lot of artists that are true to the art and true to the form and are gonna do that regardless if one person or 100 people or 1 million people listen to it. But there is this thing where it's like trickle releases, waterfall releases, where you just release bits of records. Because as much as you say Cardi, doesn't have a lot of albums, but she went on quite a bit of features.
No,
during that time.
I'm not
you understand what I'm
against
saying?
her feature run. Like,
No,
for example,
understand.
there's artists,
But you have to include that
from the 2010s particularly that I think we know. I credit Drake with that. Drake would have an album, and then the year he didn't have an album, he would always be on the hottest feature of the summer. It's a tactic. I'm not against doing a tactic.
but
Cardi's done a phenomenal job that she's 8 years between albums, and there's nothing we can say about it. Nobody is not waiting for her to come out. How many artists could take an 8-year break and come back just as hot? Not many. This is a success to her. I'm allowed, though, to come through that and say I wish Cardi gave us a bit more music.
no one's denying
no,
that.
you can, but it's just like, because she is someone who has the desire to still make music, I feel like that opportunity is not lost yet. You know what I mean? But and once again, it's unfortunate that we have to judge music on strictly the commercial success of it, even though I think there's more layers to it. Like, you selling a lot is not the only metric of looking at a piece of work. Like, it also has to just sound good. It has to, it has to be put together well, because, okay, if it didn't do commercially well, that means it's not good. But then something that does commercially well, does that mean that was good? I mean, does it? I mean, does it?
Maybe, because if it's commercially successful, there has to sound good.
Yeah,
there's no way that it's not gonna, and that's why with the streaming numbers, you got to look at second week and third week and how that plays out. Because there could be the big blast of people initially jumping on a record or jumping to listen because there's been a hiatus, or they're anticipating what that person is. But just like movies that you want to watch, if the first week is crazy and then the next week it says a 90% drop, then maybe the music doesn't sound good. Maybe the movie wasn't as good.
You might want to sit down for this.